John 11:23. Lege aute ha Jesus, anastasetai ha adelphosu. Jesus here responds to Martha. Martha has said, if you had been here, Lord, my brother would not have died. And she says, even now, I know that whatever you ask God the Father, he will give to you. Jesus said to her, notice again we have a historical or narrative present. We remember that the default tense of historical narrative is the aorist. The aorist is used to report this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. Punctuating that, we will find narrative or historical presence at certain seams because it is frequently used for verbs of speech and motion. And inevitably, verbs of speech and motion are found at seams in the text when a new person speaks or when they go to a new place. So here we read, Jesus said to her, right? That aute is just a third person feminine dative personal pronoun here used as to convey indirect object, the indirect object. Jesus said to her. And what did he say? He said, your brother will rise from the dead. Anastasetai. This is from the verb anistemi, which means to raise or raise up, or obviously in certain contexts, to rise from the dead. Your brother will rise from the dead. This is a future middle indicative. It's not uncommon to have certain future forms in the middle voice, future middle indicative, and that's a third person singular. We'll make one final note just of a regular pattern that you will see in Greek. It's very common when you have a genitive personal pronoun like su. It could have been, in another context, it could have been autu, or it could have been mu, whatever it is. When you have a genitive personal pronoun attached onto a noun, almost always that noun will also have an article. And if you think about it, that makes sense because the su is a mark of specificity. It's not just any brother, it's your brother. And the article is also a mark of specificity, so it sort of reinforces or conforms with the idea of a definite idea of a brother. So it's just a stylistic pattern that you can look for regularly in biblical and broader Koine Greek.